Handcrafted in Canada, Hardline's ice pad has revolutionized curling for over a decade. Engineered with top-tier precision and durability, it is backed by an unmatched 10-year warranty. Designed for curlers at all levels to sweep effortlessly with maximum efficiency, it is trusted by the world's best curlers, including Olympic and world champions. It is quite simply the best broom in the game. Hardline. Join the revolution.
A very good afternoon to you. Welcome back to the 2024 Saville Shootout presented by Curling Stadium Edmonton. My name is Brian Gray and we're live from Sheet 3 at the Saville Community Sports Centre. This is the fourth day of the event and we're focusing on the semi-final game between Team Kaitlyn Laws of Winnipeg, Manitoba and Team Momoha Tabata of Sapporo in Japan. Team Laws is skipped by Kaitlyn Laws, third Selena Negovan, second Jocelyn Peterman and lead Kristen McCuish. And Team Tabata is skipped by Momoha Tabata, third is Miku Nihira, second is Sei Yamamoto and lead is Mikoto Nakayama. There are 4 games going on right now, and we are streaming all sheets through Curling Stadium, and all games are available to watch on the Curling Stadium Edmonton and Curling Zone YouTube channels. The other women's semi-final going on now features Ikui Kitazawa and Satsuki Fujisawa, both of Japan. As we join the game in the first end, Team Tabata has won the hammer. And has last stone advantage in this first end. As we see Kaitlyn Laws giving ice to her second player, Jocelyn Peterman. Playing a nice controlled takeout weight, removing the yellow counter at the top of the 12 foot. And there is skip Momoha Tabata. And her second player is Sei Yamamoto. So in case you missed this morning's quarterfinal games, I can tell you that Kaitlyn Laws beat Gracelyn Richards by 6-5. Gracelyn Richards scored 4 in the 7th to level things up, and Kaitlyn had a very Very nice soft hack backline weight chip to lie shot in the 8th end of that game. And Momoha Tabata beat Gim of Korea by 8 points to 5. Those are the two teams we're looking at right now. The other two games were Kitazawa against Einarsson. Kitazawa won 5-1. And Mila Plett went down 5 points to 9 against Fujisawa of Japan. Both teams appear content to keep this first end clean and simple. Just to confirm that Tabata has hammer in this first end. As we see third player Miku Nahira. Very nice hit and roll to the side of the 8-foot. And third player for the Winnipeg, Manitoba team is Selena Negovan, who's going to need this one to curl a little bit. Very nice controlled weight. Manages to hang on at the back of the 12-foot. Always nice in the first end. Give the opponent something to deal with. So this is Miku's second shot, just a controlled removal of this red counter at the back of the 12-foot, which she does perfectly. And now Kaitlyn Laws, first stone for her in the first end of this semi-final game. Nicely done by Kaitlyn. And now Momoha Tabata with her first stone. This one just curling a little bit more. Very nicely done on the corner. And now Tabata will be looking to blank this first end. Which she does perfectly. So the first end's blanked. Second end coming up right after this.
Just one more throw, please.
You make moments like these possible.
Welcome back to the 2024 Saville Shootout presented by the Curling Stadium Edmonton. Just getting the second end underway. I can tell you that in the other semi-final of the women's was also blanked. Kitazawa playing Fujisawa in the other semi-final. This end has also started in the rings. As we see Skip Tabata from Sapporo in Japan. 3/4 of this team played the 2024 World Junior Curling Championships in February, and they went 8-3 and ended up finishing with a silver medal. Only the second player was not in that team. The second player on the ice today was not playing juniors. So it's 3/4 of a very good quality under 21 team here. And their opponent today, of course, triple Olympian, Kaitlyn Law and her team. Kaitlyn went to the Olympics 2014, 2018, 2022. Picked up a couple of gold medals. As we see that Japan has finally elected to play a corner guard, and this stone and Kristen McCouche has come into the top of the 4-foot. And now Japanese lead Mikoto being asked to remove this red counter and go underneath this corner guard. Just going to roll a little bit too far, but stays in play. Red is in short position. As we see Jocelyn Peterman. Two options here, roll behind the corner guard or just roll to the back of the 8 foot. Or stay exactly there is also an option. That's what they've chosen to do. With hammer, you might have seen Kaitlyn call for that red to go underneath the corner guard. But not having hammer, she's perhaps preferring things to be wide open. Now Sei Yamamoto being asked to come around this corner guard. Top of the 8 foot somewhere, I would expect. Line looks good, perhaps just a little bit longer than they wanted. Pretty good result. They would have preferred that to be fully hidden at the top of the 8 foot. Now Selena Negovan being asked to chip this yellow rock out. Nice little roll to the button would be good. Just grazes the corner guard. So third player Miku Nahira being asked to come down. And this time they certainly want to be just out counting the other two reds at the top of the 8 foot. They certainly don't want to bounce this yellow and set up some sort of double. So length really important here. Interesting, they haven't swept it into second position, probably because it was over curling. They've elected to leave it a little bit shorter. Otherwise, I think they would have taken that fully into the 8 foot. So now Selena going to have another attempt, this time probably freezing on the yellow instead of removing it because there's not a lot of space in there. Needs to avoid the rub on the front one especially. It's just over curled a hair on her. So now Japan with a few options here. They could remove that red on the left on the main screen. The problem with that is where to roll to. They don't really want to roll anywhere behind the T-line. like back 4 wouldn't help them particularly, so it's a little bit difficult. They would like to go, that's the first option, remove that red and roll, but they're going to roll to the back of the 4 foot, which is not a good result. That's a better option there, I think. Just draw right to the edge of the 4 foot, half behind that red stone in the 8 foot there would be a good option, I think. The problem with hitting that red and rolling to the right side of the 4 foot is they're creating a pocket. This doesn't create a pocket. This will be I would think right at the 3 o'clock position on the 4 foot. Just touching the 4 foot circle, half behind that red would be ideal. They don't want to be short here, they'll leave a double. If they finish top 8 or something, they would leave a double takeout, so really important they try to get to just above, just in front of the tee line. And there is the double I was talking about. Kaitlyn will need to hit something like a third of this yellow. She's got the added complexity of, I don't think she's going to touch the red that's beside the yellow she's hitting, but when she comes over to hit the other yellow, she needs to make sure she doesn't jam it on the red, which we see at the far right in the 8 foot. It is feasible that she could push the second yellow onto that red. But Kaitlyn Laws with her first stone in the second end. I would think normal takeout weight, looking at the ice. Catch about 1/3 of this yellow stone. Roll over and remove the other yellow. Needs a bit of curl. Disappointing result. Didn't curl as much. In this morning's quarterfinal, they had problems in a similar part of the sheet. They tended to over ice a little bit. I think they did it 3 times in a row against Richard. That's how they lost their 4 in that 7th end. And this shot right now was something similar, so something to be tightened up there. Certainly throwing this end open, Japan will be feeling confident to score at least 2 here. What they're trying to do right now is take away double takeouts, and one way to do that would be to hit the left of the left yellow as we look on the main screen, the left yellow on the main screen, and just roll away a little bit and try and create a bit of distance between all 3 rocks, because right now that double's still possible. And if you can, you don't really want to give Kaitlyn Laws the same double twice. So they probably will have to move that, tap it back. You could go all the way to back 8, as long as the yellows, both yellows stay better than the red touching the 8 foot circle. I really like the tap on the left yellow as we look on the main graphic. I think that's a really good call. I don't think they should be playing into the 4-foot here. I think they're just going to make double takeouts easier. One double takeout would mean that they can't lose more than, or they can't score more than 2. Whereas I think with a good split on that yellow on the left, I think there's a chance that they could get 3. So Skip Tabata with her first stone in this second end. Looks to be drawing top 4, maybe half hidden behind that red guard at the top of the 12-foot. Risky business, I would say. Could be setting up a triple if they don't get it right. So a big miss from the Japanese team. And now Kaitlyn will have this double takeout again, I think. There we see that the red at the edge of the 8-foot really is in the way. But if she can double these two, even if the yellow jams on that red, she'll be fully hidden behind her own red counter at the top of the 12-foot. And she might escape the end with a single point. So Kaitlyn Laws with her final stone of this second end, trying an in-turn double takeout. Hoping to nose the other yellow stone in the 4-foot and just sit right there. This one's much better. That's a perfect result. Should be really happy with that. And thanks to a huge miss from the Japanese skip with her first stone, Kaitlyn and her team have successfully avoided a multiple score against them. And now Skip Tabata with the last stone in the second end, looking to draw against 1 point. Draw the 4-foot circle and score a single. Perfectly played. So maybe a coaching moment for this young Japanese team, but they do pick up 1 and they lead 1-0 after 2 ends.
Stronger agronomics, better returns,
Greater peace of mind from pre-seed to post-harvest. You can count on the Victory Canola program.
Everything I've worked for, everything I've sacrificed, has led to this. It's out of your hands now. All the gold medals in the world can't help you now. You could throw the perfect rock and still miss, but it just takes one. You leave it all out there on the ice to leave behind a legacy.
I don't remember a time when curling wasn't a part of my life. when I wasn't putting in the sweat and hard work to be the best that I can be. Clocking in the time, the effort to practice day in, day out. Curling is more than just a game. It's a family, a community. And when it's time to play, I know I'll be ready. Hardline, supporting hundreds of our next generation athletes.
Welcome back to the 2024 Saville Shootout, presented by Curling Stadium Edmonton. So a dramatic second end. Finished with Japan drawing for 1 point. Could have been quite a bit worse for Kaitlyn Law and her team. But a really nice double with her last, making sure that a multiple score was no longer possible. But the early signs are there. This young Japanese team are capable of playing some aggressive curling and could be quite dangerous, so it'll be interesting to see how this game now develops. Kaitlyn with the hammer for the first time. Tabata leading 1-0 without the hammer. Laws has got the hammer. That stone wasn't touching the center line, so it's allowed to be moved, but it's not allowed to touch the side, which it didn't. So it's a legal soft peel. Second player, Say, being asked just to draw close to the circles, but not in. Touching the center line, covering that stone at the back would be nice. We had a very defensive first end, quite a wild second end, I would say. And now if this is made, we might have another very defensive third end. As we see Jocelyn Peterman, second player on the Laws team, being asked to play the double, which she makes perfectly. Very nicely done. So Team Tabata looking to come around this red, getting a bit of distance from it, maybe T-line or top of the button length. And that's why, pretty obvious that Kaitlyn's looking to clear things up here. But this time she could create a shot in the rings and a corner guard. Jocelyn playing, looks to be perfect actually. Oh, it's just over curl, under curler spot. But she's going to clear it that way, so maybe that's what they preferred, was to get rid of all three rocks. If it had curled up an inch, then she was probably going to lie shot in the rings and a corner guard. And now we have a pretty defensive situation going on. Pretty defensive end developing. I'll take a look over to the other women's semi-final. Satsuki Fujisawa picked up 2 in the second end against Ikuye Kitazawa to lead 2-0 after 2 ends. Just to remind you, we are streaming all games through Curling Stadium, and all games are available to watch on the Curling Stadium Edmonton and Curling Zone YouTube channels. 2 men's semi-finals also going on this afternoon. Check them out on the website. I'll keep you posted on the other women's game as we progress here. I can tell you the third end was pretty wild in the Fujisawa Kitazawa end game, and Kitazawa has just made a raise against 2 red counters, and she's raised into the button area to score 1 point. So the score there now 2 points to 1. Fujisawa leads with hammer. This third end, almost an exact repeat of the first end in this game. From here, I expect Kaitlyn will be quite happy to blank this third end and go for 2 in the fourth. So Kaitlyn Lawes, first stone in this third end. In turn control weight hit on the yellow counter, which she does perfectly. And now Momoha Tabata with her first stone in this third end. Looking to hit and roll to the button. move things around a bit, hope for a half an error from the opponent, maybe a nose hit. So Kaitlyn Laws, last stone of the third end, looking to hit half of this yellow, roll out and keep last stone advantage into the fourth. Perfectly done by Kaitlyn. So Team Tabata leads by 1 point to 0 after 3. Fourth end coming up after this.
Handcrafted in Canada, Hardline's ice pad has revolutionized curling for over a decade. Engineered with top-tier precision and durability, it is backed by an unmatched 10-year warranty. Designed for curlers at all levels to sweep effortlessly with maximum efficiency, it is trusted by the world's best curlers, including Olympic and world champions. It is quite simply the best broom in the game. Hardline, join the revolution.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.
Welcome back to the 2024 Saville Shootout, presented by Curling Stadium Edmonton. This is the last day of the event. We're into the semi-finals, and we're focusing on the semi-final between Team Kaitlyn Laws of Winnipeg, Manitoba, and Team Momoha Tabata of Sapporo in Japan. Both these teams emerged from the pool stages with 4 wins and 1 loss. So Team Tabata starting this end with a centre guard. Team Laws immediately drawing round it. Kristen McCuish with a really nice come around. And now the Japanese lead player Mikoto Nakajima is frozen nicely on top. And now Kristen being asked, I think, just to freeze on top of that yellow. Line looks very good. Perfectly played. Really nice setup from Team Laws. As we see Sei Yamamoto, second player on this Japanese team, being asked to freeze on top of that last red that was thrown. Possibly a little bit strong. A little bit of a bounce, but really nice. Stays perfectly in position. And now Kaitlyn gonna peel his guard. Jocelyn Peterman being asked to remove this guard. Safely done. Now Skip Tabata was looking to replace that centre guard, I would imagine. Nicely done. Good bit of distance between that yellow and the first yellow in the rings. Once again, safely removed, and now I think Japan's going to do some rearranging here. As we see Miku Nahira going to play some sort of control. Bump kind of shot. And removes the red completely from the rings. Selena Negovan, I think, being asked to play a double on the... Yep, this stone first on the right here. And roll over and crack the other yellow. A little bit unfortunate. Those two reds are staggered now, so it's not so easy to get rid of the yellow in the button area. I think they were trying to play right to left double takeout on the yellows, and I think it just caught the other stone, and that's why the yellow's been nudged towards the button. So a little bit unfortunate, and it does give Japan a chance now. I think they should possibly guard up here. Yep, I think that's the right call. The two reds, neither of the reds are particularly easy to raise. So it seems to me Team Tabata would throw a guard in front of those two reds. But there is a risk that Team Laws plays the double on the yellows. Not too bad, a little bit closer than they perhaps wanted. But now I think Kaitlyn's going to have a look at the doubles on the double on the yellows. Hitting the left yellow first and removing the stone on the button would be one option. Red on red might be another option on like a tap weight. Hit 3/4 of the red on the left side as we look on the main graphic and push the red onto the other red onto the yellow in the rings. That would also be a good result. Can also double two yellows this way by hitting the pocket between the red and the yellow. The yellow will go one way and the red will push onto the other yellow. Effectively a double takeout. That would be quite useful as well. So Selena playing an upweight hit here. Trying to hit the pocket between the red and the yellow perfectly. She's got it. The yellow didn't go as far as everyone perhaps expected, but Team Laws now has two reds in the circles and a corner guard, so it gives them some options. So Miku Nihira coming down with a control weight. Chip on this red, perhaps trying to roll in front of her own yellow. Kaitlyn could nose this double here, hit the first stone on the nose, sit there, hope that the opponent then does something similar, and maybe a chance then to get a double on the other yellow on the far right as we look on the main graphic. Yellow lying 3 shots at the moment. So Kaitlyn Laws, first stone for her of this fourth end. Upweight double attempt, needs to curl. Not the result she wanted. Now Japan have a chance just to guard this yellow stone, biting the button. The other yellow is second shot, so good chance for Japan to put some pressure on here, try to make a steal. So now skip Momoha Tabata with her second stone of this end, just trying to play a guard close to the 12-foot circle, completely guarding this shot, touching the button. So looking possibly to come through that port between the yellow guard and the red stone in the 8-foot. Just push the yellow back a meter, or maybe backline weight. It's only going to be for one though. The first takeout wasn't precise enough, otherwise she could have had a good chance for more than one. Now needs to make really sure that she picks up this one. Doesn't fall 2 points behind. Kaitlyn Laws, last stone in the fourth end. Good turn chip through the port for a single attempt. Lots of rotation. Perfectly played by Kaitlyn. Very nicely done. So Kaitlyn Laws, with her last stone, scores 1 point. And after 4 ends, we're tied 1-1. Tabata from Japan with the hammer in the 5th.
Handcrafted in Canada, Hardline's ice pad has revolutionized curling for over a decade. Engineered with top-tier precision and durability, it is backed by an unmatched 10-year warranty. Designed for curlers at all levels to sweep effortlessly with maximum efficiency, it is trusted by the world's best curlers, including Olympic and world champions. It is quite simply the best broom in the game. Hardline. Join the revolution.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.
Handcrafted in Canada, Hardline's Ice Bat has revolutionized curling for over a decade. Engineered with top-tier precision and durability, it is backed by an unmatched 10-year warranty. Designed for curlers at all levels to sweep effortlessly with maximum efficiency, it is trusted by the world's best curlers, including Olympic and world champions. It is quite simply the best broom in the game. Hardline. Join the revolution.
Welcome back to the 2024 Saville Shootout presented by Curling Stadium Edmonton. My name is Brian Gray and we're live from Sheet 3 at the Saville Community Sports Centre. Our game is locked at 1-1 after 4, with Team Tabata of Japan having the hammer in the 5th end. And while we're waiting for the teams to reappear, I can update you on the other semi-final, where Satsuki Fujisawa of Japan has picked up a big 3 in the 4th end to race into a 5-1 lead against Ikui Kitazawa. And that, in fact, is a repeat of their pool game that they played on Saturday. And Kitazawa won that game, but this time roles are reversed for the moment, 5-1 up. Fujisawa looking very good to make it to the final. As we see the teams getting ready to start this 5th end. All tied at 1 apiece. Kaitlyn Laws will start us off in this 5th. As we see Kristen McCuish. Being asked to play close centre guard. We are, of course, playing the 5 rock no tick. Which means that stone can't really be touched for the first 5 rocks of the end by the opponent. Now lead player Mikoto Nakajima. The stone needing some encouragement, trying to come around the back of this corner, the centre guard. Kaitlyn Laws asking her lead player to change rotation. Kristen McCouish being asked to play an in-turn draw around these 2 stones into the top of the 4-foot circle. Just coming out a little bit late. And now Makoto will try and come around all of these stones to the top of the 4-foot circle. Line looks really nice, just maybe a little bit hot. It will stop in time, maybe a little bit deeper than they wanted. They've got hammers, so maybe didn't absolutely want to be top of the button, but pretty good result. But it is a chance now for Team Laws to shrink the scoring area. Not having hammer, they can come down and freeze on this yellow. This one looks a little bit on the wider side. Trying to make it curl. Maybe just slightly longer than they wanted. Holding it just a little bit straighter for a little bit longer. And now Skip Tabata looking to remove this red. Could roll either way, could roll to the open side or into the 1-foot circle. One-foot circle it is. Nicely done. Jocelyn Peterman being asked to run this left guard back, I believe. Team Tabata continue to go on the offense. They're going to try and put another one in there. They're going to try and freeze the stone at the top of the 4-foot. Well, they've bounced a little, but not enough to really help Team Laws. But the target is a little bit wider, so there were other options there open to Team Japan. They could easily have just drawn the wide side, but they chose to go in there, and they've made this possibly a little bit easier now to remove possibly 3 yellows. So Selena with the big weight. Looks really good. Got 2, and what's really nice, both those yellows behind the tee line, so that's a great result. Would have preferred to remove 3, of course, but if you don't throw 3, the best place you can leave them is at the back of the 4-foot. When you don't have hammer, you can use those 2 yellows, either a double takeout afterwards or some sort of use them as backing. So third player Miku just going to come down and try and get possibly full 4-foot. Looks really close to this red guard this time, maybe a little bit short. And like a pendulum, the whole end swings now. Kaitlyn could consider going through the gap and doubling those yellows. But she's choosing a more offensive route. She wants her second player, Selena, to play a draw weight in here. Again, using the 2 yellows as backing. It's an aggressive call. Through the gap double would be also quite useful, and I think that's why Selena's maybe coming down to discuss the options. The double through the port seems perfect. Perfectly set up. So Kaitlyn insisting, go the aggressive route, draw into the top of the 4-foot circle, and use those 2 yellows as backing and try and put some extra pressure on the Tabata team here. If Team Laws ends up stealing in this end, you would say it's the right decision. If Tabata scores a multiple end, then maybe this is the turning point here. So Selena with an out-turn draw. Just comes up short. That's why I was a little bit concerned. If you make it perfectly, it's great, but a little bit short, and if Japan can finally make this come around that they were trying to do with the shot beforehand, then the pressure level can get very high very quickly. Don't think the port's in the right place for the come around anymore. We'd need to see the overhead to see if it's possible or not. Looks like you'd come onto the red and the 8 foot if you come through that hole, but that might just be the camera angle. So third player Miku trying to come through between these two stones, the yellow guard and the red guard touching the center line. Trying to come through the hole and bite the top of the 4 foot to lie 3 points. And she's played it perfectly. What's really nice about that, if she'd come more behind the center guard, the double on the back yellows would have been possible again. But where she's played it, the doubles on the back 2 is gone. The red can't be pushed because the yellow's behind it. So the only option now for Kaitlyn, I think, is a straight draw to this stone at the back of the button. So there we see it. If she can freeze right on top of that stone at the back of the button, there's a good chance she'll escape with just a single. But if she grazes anything or bounces open, the pressure is just going to increase. So this is a key shot already in this 5th end. Kaitlyn Laws with her first stone in this 5th. Out-turn draw, trying to freeze the yellow at the back to seal up this end and make it really hard for Japan to score more than 1. Looks like it's going to be a little bit over curling, a little bit short maybe. So now the direct freeze to the back one, I don't know if it's still there. There is a very strong finish here in Edmonton, so it's possible that that freeze on the back yellow is still possible. But Japan could come around the red that was just thrown, finish top of the 4 foot, and take away some of the options for Team Laws. Interesting, they're looking at moving the yellow. I really like that yellow there. I personally wouldn't touch that yellow. I think they need to get round the back of the red that's just been thrown. Half open, edge of the 4 foot, at the sort of 11 o'clock position in the 4 foot as we look on the overhead. This could well be a pivotal moment in this whole game. I am a bit surprised she's not throwing down the other side, getting into close proximity to the red that was just thrown. So Skip Tabata with her first stone in this fifth end. Really close to that red guard, but she's got by. And now she's bumping the yellow just into the forefoot. Looks like Kaitlyn's going to smash these two reds. Good chance of removing possibly 3 yellows with this. Pretty much a nose hit on full pale weight. The 2 yellows at the top, so the top of the 4 and top of the 8. They should spill out for sure, and it might take one of the back ones with it. So, hoping for a triple here. Cut Japan just down to a possibility of 2 points. So Kaitlyn Law's last stone in the 5th. Upweight triple takeout attempt. Over curled on her and left Team Tabata lying 3. And now with a draw to the, doesn't need to touch the forefoot, but beside the forefoot on the tee line would give them a 4-ender. So Team Laws might look back on that discussion they had earlier in the end, where I think Selena wanted to play the double on the back 2 yellows and they chose instead to go the offensive route. This ends blowing this game open. This is a chance now for 4 points for Team Tabata. If she can find T-line here. Doesn't need forefoot, but needs to be close to the forefoot. Perfectly made. And there we are. Team Tabata of Japan go into a 5-1 lead after 5 ends. 6th end coming up after this.
What do you got? You got 1, you got 2, go!
Just one more throw, please.
You make moments like these possible.
Welcome back to the 2024 Saville Shootout, presented by Curling Stadium, Edmonton. So Team Japan were able to hang up a rather crooked number in that fifth end. And that's left Team Laws now with a lot to do in the remaining 3 ends to stay in this game. Team Tabata leading by 5 points to 1 as we start the 6th end of the semi-final game. Quick update on the other semi-final. Satsuki Fujisawa stole 2 in the 5th and now has extended our lead to 7-1 against Ikoi Kitazawa. 7 points to 1 in favor of Fujisawa. That's after 5 ends. So Team Laws would love to hit right back with a 2. So Kaitlyn asking Kristen to freeze this back yellow. Which she's played beautifully. Perfect freeze. Team Tabata with their first lead stone wanted to play top 4 but came back 4. And that's given Team Laws an opportunity in this end already. Playing the 5 rock rule, so Team Tabata not allowed to attack this corner guard quite yet. And that's why they're playing this more aggressive call. They seem to be quite happy with that, but at 5-1 up, I wouldn't necessarily be recommending too many center guards. So now strategy really comes into its own, that Team Laws 5-1 down. They've chosen to remove that. They've created a corner guard, which is quite nice. So now they have 2 corner guards and a freeze. So they have 3 different opportunities to score more than 1 point. So it's a good start for them in this end. Nothing better after losing a 4 than hitting straight back with 2 or 3 or 4. But realistically, 2 would be already good and 3 would be absolutely terrific for them. And they've got lots of options to do that. Starting with an in-turn come around for Jocelyn around this right-hand corner guard. Looks to have a very nice line on this one. At 5-1 up, Team Taba could also consider just doubling these reds, keeping things simple, but they are continuing to play an offensive route. They want to remove this and stay in play somewhere at the top of the 8-foot circle, keep pressure on their opponent. Really close to that guard, but nicely made. Now Team Law is trying to find a way under that left-hand corner guard. As we see Selena Negavan being asked to play an in-turn hit and roll. Didn't quite get the roll she was looking for, but result is quite okay. Team Laws just have 3 stones left. They would like to get the use of at least one of those corner guards. It's getting late in the end. But that would be considered a mistake, so that's a little bit of a lifeline for them. Now lying shot on the button. Despite having 2 perfect corner guards, they're being drawn into the center here with a freeze on top of their own red. But I think it's the right call. They could also nudge the red onto the yellow and roll away, would also be an option for third player Selena here. Looking for this one just to curl a little bit more. Nice shot. So Team Tabata need to keep one eye on the scoreboard here and just realize that losing 2 is no big deal. So play and sweep accordingly. This looks really good. Ooh. Spoke too soon. Failed to remove either red and just created another guard, which right now is helping Team Laws. So Kaitlyn will be well aware this is a fantastic opportunity to possibly get 3 back. She can set this third red where there's no easy double. And there will be a chance of a 3. So Kaitlyn with her first stone in the 6th end. Looking to find top of the 4-foot circle. Just a quarter behind that yellow, I think, would be pretty good. Or rearranging this double. That's pretty nice. There is a double at the back. The back 2 will go with pretty much any contact. So it may mean the 3 is gone, but even a 2 is going to help them a lot in this situation. And this needs to be made first. But Skip Tabata would be coming down here on a peel weight and just hitting half of the left red. And the back 2 reds will go out of the rings. Safely done. Now crucial that Kaitlyn makes use of this opportunity and gets 2 on the board to get herself within 2 points of this Japanese team with 2 ends to go. Kaitlyn Law's last stone at the 6th. Open draw for 2 points. Very nicely played. So Team Laws pick up 2 to trail 3-5 without hammer. So just managing to hold on by their fingernails as we come to the 7th end in just a moment.
Stronger agronomics, better returns, greater peace of mind. From pre-seed to post-harvest, you can count on the Victory Canola program to...
Everything I've worked for, everything I've sacrificed, has led to this. It's out of your hands now. All the gold medals in the world can't help you now. You could throw the perfect rock and still miss, but it just takes one. You leave it all out there on the ice to leave behind a legacy.
I don't remember a time when curling wasn't a part of my life. When I wasn't putting in the sweat and hard work to be the best that I can be. Clocking in the time, the effort to practice day in, day out. Curling is more than just a game. It's a family, a community. And when it's time to play, I know I'll be ready. Hardline, supporting hundreds of our next generation athletes.
Welcome back to Edmonton. So Team Laws picking up 2 points in the 6th end. Now trailing Team Tabata of Japan by 5 points to 3. So an uphill struggle for sure, but still possible. Either give one and score 3 or steal twice is the route to an extra end. With this young Japanese team on form for sure and currently dominating this game a little bit. Focus now needs to be on stone placement. Unfortunate, just a little bit short. Would really like to have frozen right up on that yellow. Team Tabata could also play hack weight at that red stone at the top of the forefoot, but they're choosing to freeze. Not allowed to touch the guard, of course, or at least not allowed to remove it from the center line. Team Tabata 2 up with hammer. In my strategy book, they don't need guards. So that last stone there certainly giving Team Laws a helping hand. Now a chance for Jocelyn to try and freeze the yellow on the button. Just going to over curl, I think. Jocelyn just grazing that front stone. And now I think some peel weight coming from second player Sei Yamamoto. Reasonable result, at least everything's wide open now. From here I'd expect them to be playing 5 peel weight shots. Team Law's line, two, both in pretty good positions. Looking now to guard up, presumably the red on the right. So in my view now, every stone can be a double attempt for Team Tabata from here on in. Either doubling the guards or doubling something in the rings. But everyone can be a peel weight double now. 5 different angles that gets a double here, so just play peel weight and make sure you hit somewhere on the right side as we look. Unlucky, just missing the yellow guard there. Team Laws would love if this situation stayed like this for another 4 or 5 stones. Guard being placed and then removed. That would be a dream for them, because then they'd be sitting this situation when the skip comes to player last with a guard in the way, and it could be a chance to steal something. First things first, just keep replacing the guards, making sure they're not too close to any of the other stones in play. Don't want to give an easy double. Doubles there. Hit a third of the red guard. So third player Miku with upweight, looks really good. Unfortunately hasn't managed to get out of the way, so all it's done in fact is move that yellow guard over one rock, and now it's much more useful for Team Laws. Although you might say the draw to the button is there now. But at this level, as good a chance as you'll get to steal. So Selena being asked to replace this other centre guard. This time they could come round the back of the yellow, just go a little bit behind the yellow guard if they wanted to prevent the run back. And now I'd expect driving the yellow, aiming for the guard or either of the shots in the rings. So a chance here for Miku to clear up a little bit. a reasonable result, but there's still a centre guard, that yellow, and there's still a Red Rock biting the button, so chances here for Team Law for sure. Team Laws, excuse me. So Kaitlyn looking to come down, perhaps back 8 length. Chip the yellow back maybe 2 feet and roll in front of the other red. Line them up vertically. So Kaitlyn Laws, first stone for her in the 7th end. Looks like a back 8 length chip, tap the yellow back and try and flop onto the red on the button. Could be a turning point in this game if she makes it perfectly. Not quite what she was after. The good news is there's no double on the reds. A steal of 1 point in the 7th end for Laws would be really good. But it is conceivable from here that she might be able to steal 2. If the shot selection here is not spot on. So a good moment to get the timeout called and get some extra advice. One option could be to come through that port. On the out turn and remove the red on the button. That would leave a pretty tense situation for Team Laws with their last. Other option would be to remove the red guard. Removing the red guard would make a steal of 2 almost impossible. But if she does come through this port and makes it, then it's all or nothing for Team Laws. If they don't come through themselves, then they would lose 2 and that would be the game. So I think this is a good call. Come through the port, and if you happen to remove the red guard, that's really useful as well. So Skip Tabata with her first stone in this 7th end. Outturn tap, outturn chip through the port here. Beautifully made. It's going to roll a good bit further than I thought it would. Unfortunately for them. If it hadn't been quite so heavy and they'd hung around in the 4-foot, it would have been quite a different situation, but right now Team Laws can attempt full 4-foot circle behind this red guard. Try and steal 1 point that way. Full 4-foot at the 11 o'clock position as we look at the overhead. You could even show a quarter, which would mean if any contact came on the outside edge, it would push it towards the yellow in the 4-foot as a catcher. Probably what mustn't happen, they mustn't over curl this and come into the line of the port again, because Tabata's just played through there, and if you leave her again, I think she'll make it again, and then it's definitely game over. So Kaitlyn Laws, last stone for her in the 7th, looking to get full 4-foot behind this red center guard. Professional miss for me would be just to undercurl it a little bit, show a little bit of the right side edge of the stone. Needs to stop. Missed opportunity, I would say, a little bit too long. Gone behind the tee line, and that gives Team Tabata now, I would suggest, a chip for 2 to win this game. So last stone of the 7th end, chance to put this game beyond the opponent with a little tap for 2 from Skip Tabata. Missed opportunity, so we still have a game. Team Laws stealing 1 point to hold on by their fingernails. The score now, Team Tabata 5, Team Laws 4. Team Tabata with the hammer going down the 8th end, which is coming up in just a moment.
Handcrafted in Canada, Hardlines Ice Bat has revolutionized curling for over a decade. Engineered with top-tier precision and durability, it is backed by an unmatched 10-year warranty. Designed for curlers at all levels to sweep effortlessly with maximum efficiency, it is trusted by the world's best curlers, including Olympic and world champions. It is quite simply the best broom in the game. Hardline, join the revolution.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.
Welcome back to the 2024 Saville Shootout, presented by Curling Stadium, Edmonton. My name is Brian Gray, and we're live from Sheet 3 at the Saville Community Sports Centre. We're focusing on the semi-final game between Team Kaitlyn Laws of Winnipeg, Manitoba, and Team Momoha Tabata of Sapporo in Japan. And this game has tightened up. It's now 5 points to 4. Tabata leads with hammer in the 8th end. And I can tell you, looking over to the other sheet, the game between Kitazawa and Fujisawa is now over. Teams Fujisawa have won by 9 points to 3, and they are qualified for today's final at 3:30 p.m. local time. So just a reminder, the men's and the women's finals coming up at 3:30 p.m. local time here in Edmonton. It's approximately an hour from now. And with the score at 5-4 and without the hammer, Team Laws trailing have thrown 2 centre guards, as you'd imagine, trying to steal that extra point to force an extra end. So job done here by Kristen McCuish with 2 nice centre guards touching the centre line. As we see Jocelyn Peterman, number 2 in the Laws team, trying to come down round the back of this top 8-foot Yellowstone, trying to get full 4 foot, maybe back of the button. So now Sei Yamamoto being asked to rip off this centre guard. Just to be clear, the score is 5-4, Tabata with the hammer. And we're in the 8th end. So Jocelyn looking just to replace this centre guard. Pretty good setup for Team Laws here. Their lying shot, touching the button, that's always a great start. It's hidden, that's good too. And they have 2 centre guards. So lots good about this end so far from their perspective. But as we know, 1 or 2 big peel weights can rearrange everything. But I think the way they've got the guards here, it's pretty tough to try any sort of double without risking to leave this stone in play. So just electing to peel this off. If Kaitlyn can maintain this position for the rest of the end, I think she'll be really happy. Selena being asked to replace the centre guard. Really nice, 3 meters between these 2 guards, making any sort of double really tough, but they're not lined up completely. So Team Tabata could have a crack at a double here, but I don't think they're going for it. So Selena's second stone of this end, just looking to get a similar distance between the 2 guards as she did with her first. Excellent play. Team Tabata with options here. They could, of course, pick the shot off the 4-foot. They could try a double, they could try a single peel, or they could even try tapping their own yellow in the 4-foot. But I don't honestly think a single peel of a guard is really helping them here. I think they need to have a go at that double if they are going to peel guards. So timeout called, they're going to come down and have a look at this. By simply single peeling guards, you're not really moving forward in the end. You're just maintaining the status quo. Let's see what the coach suggests here. Decision made. Looks like single peel. Successfully removed the long center guard. I think we'll see Kaitlyn replace it. Lots of people tuning into the stream. This is the 8th end of the semi-final between Kaitlyn Laws and Team Tabata of Japan. We're down to skip stones. This is the first skip stone for Kaitlyn Laws in this last end, 8th end. She's down by 1 without hammer. Pretty good setup here. Looking to replace guard that was just removed with another center guard just over the hog line, nice and long, maximum distance between the two center guards. This one's going to curl too far though. And now, similar situation to the timeout, which was one shot before. Team Japan basically have the option of picking out the red stone from the edge of the button on the in turn, raising on a tap weight the stone at the top of the forefoot, and the other option, which seems less likely now, is the double clearing on the center guards. Instead of tapping the yellow, you could just directly draw, but it is tougher, I think, to get shot that way. Need to touch the button to be better than the red. But the option of picking the red out's not bad either. You could pick the red with the first, and then you could just tap the yellow with your second, depending on how good the draw from Kaitlyn Laws would be. It looks like they're tapping now. So this is the first stone of skip Momoha Tabata of Japan, excuse me. Looking to tap her own yellow into shot position. Perfectly played. Team Laws must steal right now if they want to stay in this game, so they must get shot position after this. It is possible if they nose one yellow on the other that the red is then shot. So Kaitlyn could play like back 8 or back 12 and just tap yellow onto yellow, and I think the red would then be in shot position. Makes it quite a bit easier if she doesn't have to remove both yellows, which I think she doesn't, but looking at the ice she's giving. I guess she's playing a controlled weight, trying to hit 2/3 of the front yellow, try to nose the yellow on the top of the button, and then the red at the side would be better, would be short position. So this is Kaitlyn with her last stone of this 8th end to stay in the game. Needs to curl. And that's it. Congratulations to Team Tabata of Japan, who've won the semi-final by 7 points to 4 against Team Laws. Really interesting game of curling. Congratulations to both teams. Good luck to Team Tabata in the final. The final will therefore be between Team Tabata of Japan and Team Fujisawa of Japan. And that game starts in just a little bit more than half an hour from now. Hope you've enjoyed the coverage of this semi-final game. Thanks for joining us, and I look forward to seeing you somewhere else soon. From me, it's bye from now.
Handcrafted in Canada, Hardline's ice pad has revolutionized curling for over a decade. Engineered with top-tier precision and durability, it is backed by an unmatched 10-year warranty. Designed for curlers at all levels to sweep effortlessly with maximum efficiency, it is trusted by the world's best curlers, including Olympic and world champions. It is quite simply the best broom in the game. Hardline, join the revolution.